Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new here, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But as long as you're here, do me a couple favors. Go down and hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring that notification bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button, and before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're of the 770 plus regulars here, well, welcome back for another round. As you also hit that like button. And before you leave, yes, drop a comment, because as we know, YouTube does love those comments. And, of course, share this video with your friends on all social media. My socials for Instagram and X are always down below in the description, along with a link to that fabulous Joker Voice merch store. Okay, so just like the main roster of the WWE, their developmental brand NXT has their version of WrestleMania called Stand and Deliver. And over the weekend, they had their final premium live event stop before that event called Vengeance Day. It was held in Orlando, Florida at the NXT Performance Center. Now, while, yes, this is the JV squad, I personally found the event quite enjoyable. And we'll go through the match card, and then I'll give my thoughts in comparison to recent premium live events from the main roster.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now, the show kicked off with a match from the women's division. This was a street fight stipulation, and it was between Miss Jada Parker and the Glamour, Blake Monroe. Only Miss Parker wasn't facing Blake Monroe, the Glamour, in this match. Oh no, this was Blake Monroe, the woman from hell. And while the match didn't have a Hollywood ending, if you know, you know, there were some similarities with that match. At one point, Jada hit her teardrop senton through Blake Monroe, through a table, out onto the floor. Even got to hit her with her finishing move, her hypnotic hip check. But wasn't enough as Blake hit her glamour shot DDT, and Blake Monroe, the Glamour, picks up the win. And the next match was between Tony D'Angelo and Dion Lennox of Dark State. Now, this match was hot right before the opening bell even happened. This started in the most dangerous place in the world, the NXT parking lot, went into the loading area, bursting through a wall right into the ring area. And ever since Tony D'Angelo has dropped the over-the-top mob boss persona, become more of this vigilante, he's adopted also a much more intense style. And in this match, Tony completed his mission, taking apart Dark State as he had already taken out the other three earlier. These were the ones that broke up the D'Angelo family. So this dates back to Stand and Deliver last year. Tony D gets the win.
It's so badass.
Next, we had the first of two title matches on the show, as we had the Women's North American Champion, Izzy Dane, being challenged by Tatum Paxley. This was not a technical masterpiece, but if you've been following Tatum's NXT journey, you're invested in the outcome of this match. And this was actually had a very exciting final sequence with Tatum taking Izzy down Cemetery Lane, gets the 1, 2, 3, and Tatum Paxley becomes only the second woman behind Stephanie Vaquer to hold both Women's NXT Championship and Women's North American Championship.
Well done. Well done.
And that brings us to a grudge match between Lola Vice versus Kalani Jordan in the NXT Underground match.
Oh, goody.
I'm not a fan of this stipulation. This is NXT's version of Fight Club. There's no ropes. It's the only way to win is knockout, technical knockout, or making someone tap out. But because of the stipulation, you take away Kalani's athleticism, takes that right out of the equation, plays right into Lola Vice's MMA background. And this made this match very predictable as Lola Vice remains undefeated in NXT Underground matches.
Sure, why not?
And finally, for the main event, it was for the NXT Championship with the champion, Joe Hendry, defending against Ricky Saints. It was a solid match. It was fine. I'm just not terribly invested in either character, if I'm being completely honest. But the fans in attendance were well behind the champion. And even a distraction from Ethan Page wasn't enough, as Joe Hendry repaid a low blow from Ricky Saints with a low blow of his own.
Ouch.
And gets the standing ovation, hits his finishing move, gets the 1-2-3, and Joe Hendry retains the NXT title. Now, if I'm going to compare the recent NXT Premium Live events with the main roster, these are my biggest takeaways. NXT, by comparison, runs about a half hour shorter than a main roster Premium Live event, and generally, where a Premium Live event for the main roster is 4 or 5 matches, NXT is about 5 to 6 matches. So not only do we get less filler and just unnecessary fluff, but we get more matches. Imagine that, more wrestling in a wrestling show. These are just some things that have made main roster Premium Live events of late seemingly underwhelming and frankly a bit frustrating.
Yeah, I can see that.
But these are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and be sure to tune in this week, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel, as we have episode 100. That's right, 100 episodes of me and the guys talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I'll see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.